Hey guys, I want to introduce myself before I get started here. My name is Conchita, and you guys can call me Tita. This is a new channel I started. I just want to put this out here before I get too much deep into this video. I am not a licensed nail technician, nor do I claim to be. I've only learned everything that I have on YouTube, watching so many wonderful, talented ladies out there. I'm gonna leave my subscriptions up so you guys can see who I have, and just want to give a shout out to my friend Steph, who's encouraged me throughout this whole process of starting up my channel. And hey Steph. Also, I want to say thank you to my daughters for also encouraging me, especially for Kaylin, who has her own channel now, if you want to check her out. Her name is Lemon Tea, and she does little animated clips. Anyways, besides the point, back to what I was trying to say is that I am not a licensed technician. I've just been learning on YouTube. I have been doing this for about 5 years now. I'm still learning. So, and also just a forewarning, this is going to be a very long video. So I'm going into depth. I'm going to be explaining how I do this shape, which I've said previously and before, and I've said it in the video. Nails of Norway's is the lady that I learned this Russian almond technique, and I've also watched Neo Nails. She didn't do a dragon, but she did a snake, and she sculpted that, and that's also who I learned how to make my own carving gel, and I'm also going to be putting that up. And then I'm also going into a bit of the design, how I created it. I also was inspired. Thank you, Tabitha Scott Nails, for your beautiful artwork. And I just wanted to say, you know, everything I've learned from all the ladies. I might have not mentioned everyone here right now, just the ones I'm using for this video, but I have learned everything from all the ladies that you see in my subscription. So thank you, everyone. And without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm back, and I wanted to show you how to fold these. So when you get it, your nail form, you're gonna want to preferably either have a multifunction with all the lines, or just having like a square one will be sufficient, because what you need is to be able to fold the sides and in the middle. And if you have a line for that, it's a lot easier. So what I do is I fold it with this on. Don't take off this and have the sticky part, because then it's going to be really hard to fold this once the paper is off of it. Okay, so then you fold it, and then you make a crease with any of the tools you have, will suffice. I'm using the pinching tool for that, but you can really use any nail tool you have. Basically, you just want something hard or heavy to just make that crease really crisp. And then you're going to turn around and do the same on the other side. And then you want to go down the middle. And if this part comes off, that's fine. Okay, so once you have those, you're basically going to have the correct structure there, so that when you place it on the nail, I'm going to show you how I do that. So you want to line up that middle right in the center of your nail, and then come around on the side. Okay. Pinching the sides so that, and then pinching that together down here, and then you might need to cut this part open and then overlap it so that it's snug. So I'm going to use these little scissors here. I really need to get better ones, but for now. Okay, there we go. So that feels a bit more secure on the bottom and on the sides. And now you have your form. If you look at the bottom and you still, if you kind of squished it too much, you can use any tool you have to kind of get in there. And basically what you want to see down that barrel is a sort of more of a triangle or diamond. Okay, so that it fans out a little bit. It's not so squished. Okay. So now you can put your polygel. Well, I've already prepped my nail here. You can see this is very convenient. Has all the tools and all in one. But so if you push that, make sure you have your cuticle pushed down, and try to clean up as much of the dead skin that you can, and then you're going to want to put your dehydrator and your primer. If you for some reason don't have your dehydrator handy, you can really just use alcohol. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. Sorry if this is a little bit of a long video here. So I put a little bit of alcohol on this brush, and I'm really just swiping that down with alcohol, and now I can go in with my primer. My preference is the primer from Mia Secret, because it's for both acrylic and UV gels. But right now I don't have it handy, so I'm just using this. This is also pretty well. I used it the other day when I didn't find the other one, and it's been keeping pretty well. And that one is the Yayoj Natural Nail System Primer. So after you dehydrate, you can dab a little bit of that on. And here it says to do 2 times, I think. Or it's not this one that says it. But you can do it twice, or you can do it once. I usually only do it once. And that seems to work for me. But if you feel like you are prone to lifting, you can do it twice. I think that if you take a good time prepping your nail, priming it, and using a base, you'll be okay with once putting the primer. But it's really up to you how you feel it, what works best for your nails. And then I put a base coat. This one I'm using the Les Benda. I found it on Amazon, and it was the base coat and the top coat for $6.99, I believe, 15 mils. So that's a pretty good deal. It's a very big bottle, it'll last me a while. So here, I'm just placing that. And it's okay if you go a little bit over onto the nail form, because it'll dry. And it'll sort of set your way to being able to build that nail. So I'm gonna pop that in the lamp for about 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. So I did put that under the lamp for 30 seconds. It depends. You can go 30, 60 seconds, but I did 30. It also depends on the lamp you're using and the products. Some take longer than others. What I'm doing here is want to show you guys the placement of the Polygel. So I just go straight from the tube, and because I'm doing them pretty long, go all the way to the tip of that nail form. And then I'm just using a brush with alcohol. Make sure it's 91%, because I've tried 70% and I feel like it clouds up my my gel. So here I'm just pushing along, getting narrower and narrower as I get towards the cuticle. And then coming along the sides, patting that down towards the center, all the way up. And then as you go up towards the side, you want to make sure you leave an angle here, coming down and try to place it as best you can so that you don't have to do so much filing afterwards. And then just come down the side. And it's okay if you have to push over to the other side. But basically you want to keep an eye on that edge of your nail and come down and make sure it's at the side of kind of a straight line from the edge of your nail bed to straight across. And then the same on the other side. And make sure you're dipping your alcohol too if you feel like it's getting sticky. So here I'm just going straight, and then here I'm making sure that I have that that edge, patting it down. The more closer to your form you can get, the less filing you have to do after. I mean, you're still going to do some filing because this type of nail does require a lot of filing because of that shape that you're trying to get. Okay. So I'm going to start with this layer first, and then I just want something to start down here, and then I'll build up from there. Okay, so I popped that in the lamp for only 1 minute because I want right now that it's still not completely cured. And this technique I learned from Nails of Norway. She uses a pinching tool to get here into these side walls and pinch them down. And you can also try to do it this way, but I feel like you get a better pinch from doing it the other way. So and I'll stick that in for another 2 minutes in the UV lamp, and I'll be right back. Oh, so I guess I've been recording this whole time. Alright. Well, I removed the nail form, and it doesn't matter if your sides are not 100% straight, because we're still gonna build this nail a lot up here, and we're still gonna have time to come in and really straighten those edges, and it will be fine, trust me. I just do want to say, and I really want to put that out there, I am not a nail technician, nor do I claim to be one. I've never worked at a beauty salon or anything of the manner. I've simply been doing my own nails at home for about 5 years now, trying to learn everything I can from YouTube, and I'm still learning to this day. I consider myself a nail enthusiast and try to do the best that I can, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Just putting that out there. Anyways, I know I have a lot of cleaning up to do here, my cuticles. But anyways, I do want to show you how I do this. So once you have that really basic form, you're gonna look at, you can even look underneath, and you can see that you have that crisp edge underneath. That's what's gonna help you to continue to file and form this nail up. So even though you can't see it yet, you will. Trust me. So I'm going to put some more of this Polygel. And I like putting it straight from the tube. When I don't have a tube, I will pick it up from the pot and, you know, scrape it on there, but it's just so much easier if you can squeeze it straight from the tube. Okay. And I put a nice big fat blob there. Sorry about that, guys. My video did run out of space, so I had to
Okay, I'm back again.
I apologize.
So here,
I've done a clear coat, and then I cured it, and then I went back with a mid purple range shade, this one, and I have placed it, you know, haphazardly around here just to darken up some spots. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cure that, and then I'm gonna put another clear top coat, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of the design. Okay, so I went ahead and put I cured that medium shade, and then I put a top coat on top of that. It kind of just gives separation to the layers and depth. And then I'm going to go ahead with this beautiful nail foil. It's like a rainbow, almost like translucent. I'm going to be using that, and with the transfer gel again. So here we are, and I'm just doing some patches here and there. As I did before, I'm using the same brush that it comes with. I'm not doing any lines or detail right now. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. And here we are. I actually ended up going for 60 seconds under the lamp. And now I'm going in. And remember, it's only gonna be the parts that I patched with, so not all of it. Basically, you're just creating layers and layers to add depth to that nail. And you want really just a little bit. You don't want too much, because there's a lot going on already. You know? But you will definitely be able to see that shimmer inside. Okay, so now if you see the other one, this one it's a lot darker here with some of those parts because I did not use a color shifting dark on this one. So the only time you see the dark on this one is when I'm cold, or you know, I'm running cold water on my hands, and then it'll look like this. But I wanted to see like how it looks to just have this more permanent kind of darkness there. So I still haven't decided which way I prefer, but I am going to show you that I'm going to be using some clear builder gel, as I did before with some other of these nails, just on top. Instead of the polygel, just because it's a little bit thinner than going in with the polygel. You can kind of thin it out because it's already a thick nail. If you keep going up and up and up, I mean, you could, but just trying to stay as close as I can to that form. And also I want to give myself some space, because if I still want to go back and file anything down, I need that little bit of clear to not get into the color design, you know. Okay. And still want to make those brush strokes kind of upwards too, because I still want that edge, that crisp edge in between to stay. Okay, so then I will be back, and we can move on with the next part, which is going to be some more white lines, and then finally the foil that goes around it. I did that with the striping brush on this one because I did some kind of lines there, if you can see. And that'll be the end of that. Okay, I am back now, and I made this dragon here, and I wanted to show you how to make him. I had never done this before, and I didn't find anyone had done any tutorial on how to make a dragon on your nail, so I decided why not try it out. And I did watch some videos on clay sculpting and creating a sculpture from that, to kind of give me an idea, and this is eventually what I came up with. I'm not sure. I think on this side I'm gonna have him lay down across this way, just so that you can see the designs on the other nails. But yeah, we're gonna start with the carving gel that I showed you guys how to do earlier. And in these little jars, I get these little jars from Dollar Tree. You get 3 for $1, so those work pretty well. Okay, and you notice I'm not using gloves this time, but I probably should. So just give me a second here. Okay, so I cut the gloves so I could work on the nail. I think I saw Tabitha Scott do this, but anywho, it was a good idea. So I want to show you the body. It's just big clump of that. And what I do is I roll it kind of until you get like the body, and kind of try to roll like right here in between, and kind of get that shape going. Like you're gonna roll it so that you get the tail end and then you get the head. And you can decide which side you want to be the So I think I've got a good one shape there. I've got the tail, I've got this side here, and I'm just gonna pinch the head. And I'm gonna pick them up. I'm actually going to use a spatula to pick him up carefully as I possibly can. And then I'm gonna go ahead and place him. I think it would look kind of strange if I tried to do a piece of him there and a piece of him there, so I think the best way to go about this is to wrap him around the nail like I did before. I think that's just the best way, because I don't know, you could get away with it as with a snake, but not with a dragon. At least I don't think so. So you want him kind of like an S shape almost. You want his tail. And then okay, and then once you have placed it, then you're gonna, I think last time I used, just a sec here. This thing. So the, this is a carving tool, and I'm using the pointy part. And you want to get in here and you want to do the nostril and the other nostril, and then you want to get the eyes. And I think for the eyes, okay, I just kind of went in like this. Sorry, I'm kind of out of camera. Okay, so then I'm going to poke right here and make the other eye. And another one for this side. And let me grab another Ah yes, this is the tool I used last time. It works differently. Okay, so here I want to use this angle tip. This angle tip here. And I want to go back. And then back. Okay, there we go. So it's looking kind of like this. Then you've got the nostril coming in, and the other nostril coming in. Okay. Kind of making the mouth shape here. Like that. You kind of see him coming alive there. Okay. And then you want to come along and dip in here to make the sort of skin texture. I'm kind of going in and pushing up. I'm like digging in and pushing up. kind of getting that roughness to him. And you just keep pulling up as you go. And if you feel like you're losing any of the shape of the face, you can always come back and touch it up before you do anything else. Now, if you are quite satisfied with the shape of your dragon, then what you can do is grab a little bit of alcohol and get your brush and you dampen it with alcohol just a little bit, and then you want to wipe off any excess, and then you touch it just a little bit around your nail, because what you're doing now is you're sort of activating that polymer solution, getting it a little wet so that it sticks to your nail when you cure it in the lamp. So there we go. I dampened it a little bit all over the place, and especially down here. Yes. And now I will be curing him in the lamp. I believe I did 2 minutes on the UV lamp. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back now, day 5. Trying to show you guys what I learned from Neo Nails, how to make your own carving gel out of Polygel and dip powder or acrylic. Preferably I guess because the dip powder is milled more finely, then it's easier to mix. So we're going to do that today. And I have a pot ready to put my mix in when I'm done. I bought this at the Dollar Tree. There's these little beauty little jars. There's 3 of them that come in the package, and it also comes with this little spatula, which I'll be using. And if I see that it's not working very well, I'll just be using my silicone brush. And I have my silicone mat underneath for the mixture. Or I guess I could mix it in here and not have to do this, but well, we'll see. I think I'm still gonna mix it in here. So here we go. I'm gonna try this out. So this carving gel, I'm trying to make a black because trying to make the dragon be black, and then I want to put some chrome powder to make it shine. So I'm only going to use maybe that much. Okay. And then I'm using oh, for that black, it's the Savvyland Rainbow SY07 Polygel. And I'm using the Nicole Diary. This was part of a set. It had black, red, and I think I got this on Amazon. So here I'm just gonna throw some in. I'm not sure if she said there's a ratio, but I'm just seeing kind of what I think might work. So we're gonna just mix that up. And we want to get to the consistency of, to the point where you can grab it without it sticking onto you. And it's still very sticky, so I'm going to add more powder here. I think she did say, I remember her saying that it did take a lot of powder to get that the right consistency there. See how sticky that still looks? You don't want it wet. You want it to be more dry so that you can mold it with your hands, basically. So I'm throwing some more of that in. Since I'm really not using this dip powder for its intended purposes, I figured I might as well put it to good use and make it into a product that I actually will use. Don't get me wrong, dip powders are great, but I feel like I'm more of a polygel person. I tend to work best with polygel. And this is just my preference. But if you're like me and you like trying all kinds of different products and you have a stash of dip powders that you don't have anything to do with, you can definitely create your own carving gel. And see, that's looking a bit more dry. I almost feel like I can touch it without, yeah, that is good. Nice and dry. Doesn't feel very sticky at all. It's fabulous. And that's okay. You want it to feel dry. You don't want it sticking to your fingers or anything like that, because you want to work with it. And also, in order to get that wetness again, all you have to do is dip your brush and wet it a little bit with some alcohol, 91%, or if you have a slip solution around, then you can use that too. So here, I can already mold it without it sticking to my fingers. And that's about the consistency that you want. Perfect. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for the dragon I want to make, but and I want to use all of my product that I have here on the mat. That's why you see me going back in and trying to pick that up. So I think in order to get the rest of that, I'm going to add a little bit more powder. I'm a real stickler about not wasting product, because I get most of my products on AliExpress and they do take months to arrive sometimes. And for me to have to order it again and wait for however months, I mean, there are most things you can get same as AliExpress on Amazon, but just know that you will be paying sometimes double or triple the price. And that is the cost of waiting. But there are some things that you just can't get on Amazon that you can find on AliExpress. So, and I still feel a bit of wetness, so I'm going to add just a tiny bit more. Well, that kind of was a little too much, but it's okay. I'd rather have more than not enough. Picking up the rest of this gel and putting it here.
We can go whenever you want to go.
Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so remember I had that other little piece left over? Well, that's what this little piece is for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the legs. And I think I'm still going to have to go back and make another little batch for the wings. But for now, let me show you the legs. So all I've done is I've rolled this out. And you want it a little thick, because you want to be able to bend his leg and have it look like he's you know, crawling. He's, you know, gripping onto your nail. So you have this here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use this to cut this piece right about there, so that I have about equal lengths. And then I'm going to go ahead
Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult too when you have long nails on your other hand, and when you're trying to do it on you're trying to use your left hand to create this. But anyways, managed to get this, and then you want to kind of have his leg be, you know, bumping up so that he's kind of, okay, so there I can see already it's too big, so we'll try again. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this much. Let's see if that works better. Sometimes you kind of gotta do a trial and error. Till you get something that looks the size that it should be. So question is, do I want his legs there, or do I just want his little hands coming up? He looks like he should have that right about there. And then maybe the other one on the other side of him, but needs to be a bit smaller. So you're going to roll that out. Till we get consistency. Okay. So I've got this side. Oh, sorry. I didn't even know if that was there, but you've got his little I feel as if And also, this might be a little too long for him, so let me cut that. Alright, so try again. This is sometimes a trial and error, but till you get the right look going. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to show you this. So I'm going to turn him.
Yes. Look at how weird that looks. Because it's my screen. Well, it's showing me my screen.
So I've got one down here, and I've got that didn't work out, so but I do like the placement of the other
What do you want me to say?
here. So I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna come back. And use the smaller.
If you want, I'm just gonna put something else on. Oh, it's the yeah.
And then I think babe.
Sorry.
Okay, so thinking I still want to do his legs over here, even though he's got hands this time.
Can you see?
So what I did was rolled out that piece, put the pointy part here, and then kind of squat. I want that bendy. I want that bendy shape. To protrude out. So he's kind of bending his knee there. And then you get the other side.
Yeah. Yes.
And so that now you have the knees right there. And I think I'm good with the placement there. So now all I need is to touch with a little bit of alcohol. On the brush. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be real careful because if you move it just the right way. Okay, so I've dabbed him with alcohol and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go cure him and then we'll work on the wings. Okay, so remember I had that other little piece left over? Well, that's what this little piece is for. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the legs. And I think I'm still gonna have to go back and make another little batch for the wings. But for now, let me show you the legs. So all I've done is I've rolled this out. And you want it a little thick because you want to be able to bend his leg and have it look like he's you know, crawling. He's, you know, gripping onto your nail. So you have this here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use this to cut this piece right about there, so that I have about equal lengths. And then I'm going to go ahead
Sorry.
and it's kind of difficult too when you have long nails on your other hand, and when you're trying to do it on you're trying to use your left hand to create this. But anyways, managed to get this, and then you want to kind of have his leg be, you know, bumping up so that he's kind of okay. So there I can see already it's too big, so we'll try again. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this much. Let's see if that works better. Sometimes you kind of gotta do a trial and error. Till you get something that looks the size that it should be. So question is, do I want his legs there or do I just want his little hands coming up? He looks like he should have that right about there. And then maybe the other one on the other side of him that needs to be a bit smaller. So I'm going to roll that out. Till we get consistency. Okay.
Dude, how can you not?
So
Because it was so.
I've got this side. Oh, sorry. I didn't even know if that was there, but I've got this little I feel as if and also this might be a little too long for him, so let me cut that. Alright, so try again. This is sometimes a trial and error, but till you get the right look going. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to show you this.
Well, yeah.
So I'm going to turn him.
Yes. Look at how weird that looks. Because it's my screen. Well, it's showing me my screen.
So I've got one down here,
There we go.
and I've got
Bro. Say less.
that didn't work out, so but I do like the placement of the other
What do you want me to say?
here. So I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna come back. And use the smaller.
If you want, I'm just gonna put the awesome. Oh, it's the yeah.
And then I think babe.
Sorry.
Okay, so thinking I still want to do his legs over here, even though he's got hands this time. Okay, so I want to show you this wing, and let's just say you start off with a ball, then you're gonna kind of squash it down like a pancake. And then you're gonna go in with, I'm using this cuticle pusher slash, I don't know what this end piece is called, but it's been great for carving. So it's sharp and it will push the product very easily. You're gonna want to push up and then do one more. And so now you have something that looks kind of like this. Then you just keep shaping it. You can sort of use this tool to shape it too. So this will be his wing. Now let's see if we can pick it up. Alright, looks like we were able to pick it up. Oh no, I fell. Okay. Just gotta be real careful here. Okay. And then we place this wing right here in that area. Then we come in with our fingers very carefully to try to so if you lose the shape a little, it's okay. You can always come back, like I said, and fix that shape. That's the beauty of the carving gel, because you know you have all the time in the world to work with it, the material, before you commit and cure. if you are quite satisfied with his wings, you can leave it there, or you can place it somewhere else, but I feel as though alright, so that's I think I had this difficulty last time with the wings, so what I ended up doing was grabbing some nail glue, any kind of, not the kind you use for press-ons, I'm talking about the one that you cure in the lamp, and placing it around the area where I'm going to be placing the wing so that it doesn't slip off, because he is cured, so you know he's kind of slippery there. So I'm gonna go grab that glue, place it on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I placed a little bit of the glue, and now I'm hoping that I can pick this up and be more successful with placing. And you can always go back and remold this if you're not happy with the shape, or you change your mind, or you just want to get it better. I know I did do that previously on my other nail, but I think because I've done this a couple of times now. Oop, that still didn't want to stick. Okay, let's see.
I don't know. How do you know? But that's not a lot. Oh
Okay.
yeah, by the way, my electricity's going down. So my internet's going. Oh no.
If you're happy with the placement, then you can start working on, you know, getting your shape
Here it's from
right.
8:30 to 2 something. Oh, 'cause they're turning off the electricity. Wait, do you mean why aren't you turning off the electricity?
Okay, and I think I'm quite good with that wing right there where it's at. So, I don't even think he needs a second wing. I think he's good right there. Yeah. So, since I did put that nail glue there, now I want to go back and I want to do the eyes before I do the color and the no wipe top coat to get that chrome, because I feel like if I put the no wipe top coat first and then the gel. It's gonna drown the eyes, too much gel, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do that. And for getting into the tiny crevice of the eye, I have this, it's Pin Pie nail glue, and it also has this feature where you can, it's just like a needle point, very fine point, and it's perfect for getting right into a crevice. Where you only want a little bit, and you don't want to over drown it, because any little brush, it's still gonna overflow it.
My hair.
Okay. And then
Well, not anymore, if it was. Also, it's like kind of long.
okay, the great thing about this one, it comes with this so that it never will get stuck there.
To my shoulders.
And this has been great. I think I got that on AliExpress too. Most of my stuff I get there. So for the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some rhinestones. I have a box. Let me go grab those and I'll be right back. Okay, I really apologize for not having everything so handy. But I'm back and I have the rhinestone and I'm placing it right in that hole that we made earlier where I put the glue. You got eye number 1. And then we got eye number 2. Now you can kind of see him come to life. I think I have a better placement right there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cure this and I'll be right back. So I can show you how we do the color. Thank you. Okay, so now I went back in and I made some wings and I flapped it right over him here. I also kind of added some detail, like a type of horn here. Horns coming up the sides. And then I used this here. This here, this pointy end to, you know, drag out those lines to get that detail in there. Okay? And then here I went and I, you know, cut here, here, and this line. And so that I can get that detail of that wing. Now, it doesn't look like much now, but once we get some color in him, he will come alive even more. And I want to show you how to do that. So I have a no wipe top coat. And I've put it on my brush. Now I'm using the reason why I'm using a detail brush on this is because you want to be very careful not to drown your you don't want to drown your creases, all the detail work you've put in, because then it'll kind of disappear into the top coat. So I'm being very careful to go in very lightly. And that's why to kind of help me keep it from drowning and keeping it light, but at the same time covering it. That's why I'm using this detail brush to cover this. Because, you know, it would be really quick if I just grabbed the brush and just wiped it on, but then you run the danger of losing the artwork and all the molding and all the sculpting that you've just spent all this time creating. So you kind of want to just run it across like that. And this is going to take some time, okay? But it is worth it in the end, because you will have your dragon with his details, and those come alive with the chrome powders. And you know, the chrome powders I'm using are actually from Miss Cheering. They are the 3-in-1. So you can do carving, you can do dip, nails, or you can also do acrylics out of those, even if you had some acrylic monomer. And then on top of that, you can also rub it out like traditional chrome powders that you just rub on after applying your top coat. So you're trying to get the depth and the detail of everything that you've sculpted, while at the same time trying to get that coverage, just enough coverage to you want to get your brush and lightly brush that on, and then come back and cover your work. Okay, so now when you have gotten to a point where you feel that you've wet it just enough without losing any of your sculpture, then we will go in for 60 seconds in the lamp, and we'll come back and we'll start coloring this bad boy up. Okay, so I want to show you, I'm starting off with the wings, and I'm using Miss Cheering, this blue, beautiful chrome. And then I'm using an eyeshadow brush. Starting with the wing. You know, my youngest daughter always used to tease me and say, dragon nails, what's on the dragon nails today, Mom? So I went with it, you know. I love dragons, and it's just a little nickname they have for me, so just now you see him coming to life. thing to add there. And now for the rest of his body, I'm going to be using the gold green, pinkish, like a green pink. Also mischeering. Now we see the rest of him. Come to life. You just rub that in. And there you have it, your fire-breathing dragon. And now that you're done, you have, one facing this way and the other one facing this way. Now, at the very end there, I like to put some gemstones around so he's kind of protecting the gems or the treasure. So gonna be placing some glue. And here you can really just use your brush and go around. And now I'm going in with the dotting tool. I'm just placing, I have this multicolor. You can't really see it on camera, but it kind of shifts. It's between blue and purple. And that's it, guys. I ran out of space, and also didn't want to drag this out too long, but I basically just used a rhinestone picker and added, you know, the rhinestones with that, and cured it in the lamp for a couple of minutes, and then that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.